Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Greetings everybody, guys. Today we will take a look at the euro currency finally, because our setup on the Great British Pound is still working, but today it's nothing to add to previous discussions, since market has reached the resistance, as we have discussed yesterday, in the area between the weekly and monthly pivot resistance 154.51, 54.75. But still, today, tomorrow, it has the keep chances to reach the resistance at the 55.50 area. So, the moments that we have discussed yesterday on the Great British Pound are still valid. And today, tomorrow, we will just watching how market will behave and whether we will get finally the weekly bread and butter sell pattern. Meantime, although euro currency doesn't show significant action in recent time, and we understand why it is happening, because everybody expects what the turmoil around the Greece debt will be, how it will be resolved. And recently, some positive signs have appeared that probably Greece will agree on conditions that will be offered by the European Central Bank, from the European Union and creditors. Maybe they will come to some compromise, but it's difficult to say what will be the final document that will be agreed between the parties of this discussion. But investors and rumors right now suggest in the market that sides are closer to the final decision and final solution that will be acceptable for both sides of this situation, and this problem somehow will be resolved till the end of the February. Well, from the technical point of view, situation on the euro currency looks a bit tricky, because on the daily time frame chart, this picture doesn't look really very bullish. The reason for that, first of all, the nature of this action. So you can see that this is hardly we could call as the thrusting action to the upside, and hardly we could call it as the reversal. Mostly it looks like the just retracement after reaching some significant support area, and some sort of the ABC retracement that market right now is showing. Also, guys, probably in the nearest future, market could continue to move lower, because take a look how market stands in relation to the trend. Here we see the trend has shifted bullish based on the MACD indicator, but price action absolutely doesn't confirm it. So just mostly we could say that market stands flat. So this turmoil with this upward, downward on the non-farm payrolls release, then the Greece turmoil has started, and so on. In fact, this range of this consolidation holds overall price action in a couple of weeks. What is more interesting right now is this level. It's the 15 even 1525 scenario of the monthly pivot point in daily VRBAT. Very probable that that's in fact the barrier for the current week. If even market will show the upward action, hardly market will pass through it on the current week, because this will be really significant resistance. Something of that sort could happen. So market has hit this level, and then at best it will turn to some sideways action. But taking in consideration that this action is very lazy, it's very difficult to count on really fast acceleration to the upside. Most probable that market will reach it and could turn to the downside. So combining the lazy action here, resistance of the resistance here, and how market stand in relation to the trend, makes me think that market could show some minor action to the upside, but then could turn to the downside again. for established downward action, and this EBC retracement will be completed. Approximately something of that sort we could see on the lower time frame charts. On the 4-hour time frame chart, we have this A, B, C pattern pattern, and the closest target, the minor target of this pattern stands right here. It's 1530 or approximately 618 extension. It's interesting that this extension coincides with this consolidation, so that will be additional resistance here due to this consolidation. Meantime, market stands even lower between the weekly pivot point and weekly pivot resistance one, and this action is very tight, so you can see you can't see any significant action here, so just some whips or inside between the pivots. If finally market will show some upward action, upward continuation, then we could get this minor butterfly sell pattern with 127 extension target. Stands at the same area. Why we use 127 extension? Because, as I said, the existence of this significant resistance cluster, our BOD and monthly pivot point. And as market also has this ABCD target, previous consolidation and butterfly, odds suggest that market probably will stop here on the current week at least, and will not continue move higher. That's what probability tells. That's why we use the minor extension of the butterfly. But at the same time, we could say that upward action is still possible, mostly by the market mechanics, what's really going on here. For that purpose, it's better to take a look at the hourly chart. Let's move through this action step by step. What we really have here. Take a look. That was the first swing, retracement of the swing. Market has moved to 618 extension, retracement, 100% extension, retracement, 1618 extension. So, by this action to the upside, initial ABCD pattern has been completed right here. That point has been accomplished by this butterfly sales, 1618 butterfly sale. Recall we have said about it. And market turned to the downside. After initial swing up, this move up, we've got ABCD retracement down. In fact, guys, we here could get the Carter's triple to buy. It's initial thrust up, ABCD retracement after completed first swing to the upside. Okay? Now, in fact, we stand in the way of the extension. So that was retracement after the first initial swing. That was the completed initial swing of this, as we calculated this ABCD and so on. This is an extension, in fact, of this initial move up after ABCD retracement. But this extension develops very flat, so it's not even has any slope, if we could call it. It's very flat action. That's why it's very difficult to count that market will hit, for example, and will complete some sort of the ABCD pattern. It's most probable that market will stop at the minor target at best. So at best way the market will hit the minor target. This minor target, as we said, stands right here. It's 115, 25, 115, 30 area. That stands in agreement with the resistance that we have here. Of course, this will be some extra positive, super positive solution for the Greek problem. So maybe yes, we could see the rally here. But right now it's very difficult to count on it, to make the bet on this solution. That's why on the current week we do not expect the action above the 115.30 area. So I think that will be the very the limit for the upward action for the current week on the euro currency. Still, as we could see from this action, upward retracement was just the 50% favorite retracement for the euro. So it's right now it's too early to speak about the failure, and market could really drop to the downside, because recall what we have said about this pattern. We said market in reality could show some deeper action because we expected to get double repo buy pattern, but this hasn't happened. The market has held about the 50% and turned to the upside. That slightly bullish sign, shy bullish sign, that probably could lead market to the 1530. But as I said, that's probably will be ultimate target for the current week.